Do your job.
I'm being joined here by MFC lightweight champion Antonio Mckee, and we're breaking down this weekend's UFC welterweight title bout between George St-Pierre and Jake Shields. Tone, who do you have in this fight, and how do you think it's going to finish?
Well, this fight here, this is a very technical fight for Jake Shields, but as we've seen, GSP is a very strategic fighter as well. I'm going to make this assumption. I'm going to say that GSP finishes Jake Shields, but I'm going to put my money on Jake Shields because I like the odds.
All right, you're saying that you're going to put your money on Jake Shields. A lot of people are saying that Jake Shields actually has a chance of winning this bout.
Well, when you look at the submissions and you look at Jake Shields' abilities to pull off submissions, but if you judge this based on the last fight, if you look at the last fight, you've seen Jake Shields was extremely exhausted. I've never seen GSP exhausted in a fight. So I think conditioning and cardio is going to play a role here. But unfortunately, we also got to look at the big weight drop. You know, Jake Shields is coming from almost 200 pounds all the way down to 170, and then he's got to perform at that weight, which I think, you know, Jake is a force to be reckoned with in the UFC, but I think the fight against GSP is much too soon for him to take a fight like that. I think he needs to get a little bit more comfortable with the weight loss and then build up a couple of different strength areas. But I just don't see where GSP is going to be in any danger in that fight.
Everybody is picking GSP. I am going against the grain of the wood. I know everybody says GSP is wrestling, this and that, and they're saying Jake's last fight, how crappy he looked against Martin Kampmann. People don't understand, that was probably Jake's best fight ever. I was there, I was at UFC 121 weighing in, I fought that night. I also saw Jake that day at weigh-ins. He cut like 20 pounds. He was finishing takedowns on Martin Kampmann, bigger, stronger, good wrestling, when he was dead in the third round. I'm telling you, one way or another, he's going to get GSP to the ground, and it's going to look just like this. When he gets him to the ground, it's going to look just like this. Can you feel that? Yep, that's Jake Shields. He's going to be on the back. He's going to be just like this. Jake, baby! When he hits the ground, like I said, it's going to be a wrap. Jake's going to grow tentacles everywhere off his body. He's going to be like a big octopus, all right? He's older. He's lost his step. You know, he's 137 years old now. He's not recovering as quick. He's as old as Moses. I think he's going to be a little bit slower. It's just going to be, and Mashida's one of those elusive strikers. He's in and out. The distant game's hard, and he knows he doesn't want to wrap up with Couture, which that's his specialty. So I see Machida getting like a second round KO. Jose Aldo running a train. That's how I see it. I hate to put it like that, but that's how I see it.
If he continues that, I know he's been working his striking, but I think GSP's striking's a lot better, and his wrestling's really good. His counter wrestling's really good. So my thought is that if GSP can stuff Jake and keep him on his feet and make him fight in a territory that he's not so comfortable in, which is just the straight striking, then he could actually have the ability to knock him out. And I think he could actually win that fight by keeping it on his feet and trying to knock him out. Well, if Randy's smart, which he is, it's funny because I talked to his wrestling coach yesterday, and he said, hey, what do you think about the fight, and what do you think would be a good idea for Randy? And I was telling him what I would do to beat Machida from watching him over and over. And I was a karate guy too, so the way to fight those guys, first of all, if you go straight in, you're going to get hit with something. So what you want to do is you want to fake to go in and get him to step off, because he'll always back up and step off to his left. Well, that would be Randy's right. So Randy should fake, have him kind of fake the shot, and then start to walk out, then step to the right, and then hit him after he cuts him off, and then shoot on him. Take him down and stay on him. Keep him on his back and ground and pound. You could finish that fight with ground and pound the same way Shogun did.
GSP, Jake Shields, who wins and why?
GSP, because he's just a more complete fighter. What do you want?
That's what I was gonna say.
He took my answer.
Yeah, I think he has better stand-up. I think he has better wrestling. And I think on the ground, I think he'll be able to get up and escape and keep it on the feet if he needs to.
Jake Shields is gonna overwhelm GSP. GSP won't even know what hit him, but it doesn't really matter. That's what really, right? Number one thing, it doesn't matter who wins because either way, they both, embrace jiu-jitsu, so it's a win-win for jiu-jitsu.
I will go with Jake Shields because of his just overwhelming aggressiveness and the way he is on top. If he gets a takedown, gets on top, he's going to overwhelm him with his pressure. And even though George St-Pierre is great when it comes to wrestling and defending takedowns and everything like that, I think with Jake Shields and his heart and his aggression and his pace, given that the ability to eat punches, you're right. But the thing is, when he gets somebody to the ground, he usually always finishes, man. So I'm gonna go with Jake Shields.
Let me ask all you guys a question. If Jake takes it to the ground, do you think it's over easily?
I wouldn't say it's over. I wouldn't say it's over. I wouldn't say it's over easily. He's gonna have to work for it. But Jake Shields. I mean,
I would say if it was Abu Dhabi.
Hold on, you'll get your chance.
Jake could
You'll
win.
get your chance.
Jake could win.
You'll get your chance.
Not Abu Dhabi.
You
It's
get
an
your
MMA fight.
chance.
Okay.
Hey, Brett Cooper. Shh, not yet. Okay, so like I was saying, okay, Jake Shields is gonna get on top, and he's gonna have to work for it. A lot of people have counted Jake Shields out. He counted Jake Shields out against Dan Henderson, counting him out against whoever, man. Jake Shields is like, oh, his stand-up is horrible. He's not gonna win, but he's a winner, man. He usually goes out there and he grinds it out, man. And so, I'm looking for Jake Shields to win this fight.
Okay. Jake Shields wins pretty much all of his fights, but he has found a guy that is the, what do you call it? The antithesis of him. Okay. St-Pierre has maybe equal or better wrestling. Maybe not better wrestling, but he's strong enough to be able to stop a takedown. He understands jiu-jitsu. He's educated fighter. But I would say if it's an Abu Dhabi grappling match, Jake would win. But MMA, I don't know. I don't know if he can get past the jab, dude. To be honest, like you watch Koscheck and GSP's fight. But we'll never know. Mark might be right, but I don't know.
That's why they fight. That's why they fight.
Because we want to see who's better.
That's right.
But just from I don't know. I just think St. Pierre's more complete. But you never know. Jake might come out and just knock him out, and I'll just be like, damn.
Hey,
and this guy will be right.
We're stirring the pot, baby. Stirring the pot.
Divine intervention. He'll be right. Because he just said he's gonna pick whoever. I don't pick. That's what he said. That's what he said.
So that's who I'm going for, Jake Shields.